In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
You just missed gold.
You are fucking
What the fuck is wrong? You're fucking
Gold,
bud.
Jerry, gold, I tell you.
Fucking up, bud.
Damn. I assumed that you were fucking... Oh, now you are. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now he is. After the gold.
Fuck boy.
Post gold. Fuck boys. What's up, everybody? It is time.
I think I just burned the fuck out of my microphone.
Where are we coming from? We're not even fucking close to live. From the Warfighter Tobacco Studios. And Jim, where we at?
We are in Garden Ridge, Texas.
Or San Antonio.
Or San Antonio.
It's San Antonio. Yeah, it's San Antonio,
Kinda.
Texas.
Deep beneath the bunker.
Right?
It is time for the
Warfighter's
Freedom
got
Friends
it.
podcast, brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FreedomFriends. Score yourself that sweet 15% off.
Sweet.
And wellness.us for all your CBD needs. Use Freedom Friends 25. Get that sweet. Is that better?
That's way better. Yeah.
Fucking 25% off. And I believe Grill Your Ass Off is still running their
FF
15.
1-5. So that is Foxtrot 1-5.
yeah, for 15% off all those fucking delicious spices and shit from
And they just put out a fucking bad. I got that cookbook.
Yeah, the cookbook's
Is
Yeah.
the cookbook out?
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
And it
Check
was
out the
so
cookbook.
awesome.
It's fucking dope. I actually talked to Mandeville about it because he wrote the afterword
Yeah.
on it, and he was like, "Yeah, man." I read it, and I was like, "This is fucking hilarious." So it's a good book.
I'm going
man.
to order mine during the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking a, fucking a. But I'm Mikey. That's Jazz. There's John over there, and we got Big Jim filling in for Scotty because he is off doing grandpa things. And today we also have Mr. Mike Barker returning to the podcast from like episode fucking 5.
Speaking of spicy fucking meat, it's good to see you again, buddy.
Yeah. You know?
It has been a minute since we've had you on the show, though.
Yeah, man, you know?
It was literally like episode 5 or 6.
It was
When-
early.
He was
on.
an early supporter when us chuckleheads decided we were going to do a show, and Mike was like, "I'm fucking there. Let's do this."
like a jockstrap,
For the people that either haven't listened or forgot.
supporter.
Mike, what do you do?
Oh, man. I got a little choked up there, but
He's very passionate. about what he
yeah,
does.
for sure.
He's
No,
verklempt.
I started Hero Sports, a nonprofit organization for veterans and service members. We provide sports, outdoors, and recreation, and we do a lot of cool shit. So that's
It's a long list of cool. It's like
a
golf
long
tournaments,
list.
softball, hunting, camping.
you name it,
Like,
we do
if
it.
yeah.
That's
We
it.
figure it out.
Everything.
You know. So.
Yeah.
If it can be defined as a sport at just
Or,
about
or
any
if it's
level,
outdoors.
or if it's outdoors,
Because
because a lot
there's-
of those are sports.
Because there's really two factions of Hero Sports. There's Hero Sports proper, and then Hero Sports outdoors, and that covers your hunting and
Yeah.
your fishing and all that stuff.
For sure.
And then like Hero Sports in general is football, baseball, softball,
All that.
soccer, or fucking hockey, whatever the fuck. Yeah.
We just picked up a table tennis player as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's trying to make the
I saw that
national
national
team.
For,
Yeah,
Forrest Gump.
no shit.
yeah. So like
Fucking A.
never thought we would do table tennis,
Yo,
but you know,
Let
Fuck it,
me,
dude, it's
let
a
me
sport.
know when the Hero Sports Ultimate Frisbee Tournament is going down.
we
'cause
can
I'm fucking-
do it.
Actually,
you know?
what have we got?
that would be your
This
friggin'
weekend.
Jesus Christ.
This weekend, Barker and I are actually on a team for a very, very high stakes tournament.
Little cornhole action.
Yeah, cornhole.
Yeah. We're,
Cornhole is definitely a sport. Just I will warn you: do not let Jazz and my wife team up against anyone.
I'm never playing
because
cornhole.
they
with,
are fucking unbeatable,
I'm never playing with any other partner.
dude.
Well, this Sunday at 10 a.m.
I'm never playing with any
where
other
we at?
partner.
Alamo Beer Company.
Yeah.
Yeah. we're
Yeah, the
doing a-
problem is that Haley and I are really dialed in at about the 4-drink mark.
Yeah, right around 4 or 5 drinks. Yeah.
Like,
You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
That's
That's
true.
true.
And it's Sunday. Who gives a fuck?
It's true.
You
Yeah.
know?
So
it's the
What about
Lord's
the-
Day, which means you can drink.
yeah,
early,
about the 4 or
right?
5 drink mark, Haley and I become fucking unstoppable.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's terrifying. It's terrifying because like John and I, who basically lived our lives in bars.
Yeah,
for,
like, this is what I do.
Yeah, like, we're good at this shit, and they're like running house on us. We're like, what the fuck?
I think Haley and I owned those boards for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Like nobody
Yeah.
could get us off of them.
Yeah.
It was just
wow.
I think you guys. I don't even think anybody beat you. I think you guys just quit. You guys were both like, I'm tired. My arm hurts.
it was actually we were sitting there and Haley looked at me and goes, "I'm gonna go sit down." I was like, "Yeah, I'm with you." And we just like fucking went and sat down.
You
Like,
know the best part about that night? That was the last time we all went to the bar before the great fucking quarantine.
That was
with
the
Tony
last
That's
Kennedy.
because
trip.
it
Yeah.
happened like 2 days later.
Yeah.
That was fucking
Because it was
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day, and then like 2 days later.
The best part about that night, the tots.
Oh, my God.
The tots.
Guinness cheese and brisket covered tater tots.
Oh wow.
I'd be seeing that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Fuck.
They were fucking amazing,
That was so
dude.
fucking.
Changed my life.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I had an experience.
But yeah, so Mike, what do you got coming up soon?
Oh well, we
You
got
got
the
anything big going on?
We got we got a softball tournament this weekend. We do a monthly tournament here in San Antonio. Sunday we got the cornhole. I just booked a hunt the 18th through the 20th out in San Angelo.
Okay.
So we got that coming up, and then kick off the first one of the year, the little dog and knife hunt that you two went on last year.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
8th
fucking dope.
through the 10th of January.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, we're already planning things out next
man.
November.
8th
So,
to the 10th, I'm gone. I'm out of town.
I already marked my schedule.
Ain't that a bitch? That's Mammoth.
Yeah.
It
My
is.
wife's out of town,
That's
too.
That's why
Mammoth.
I asked when you guys going to Mammoth, and she told me, I'm like, ooh, that sucks.
Well, I mean, in that case, like my wife's out of town and so is Mikey, so both my spouses won't be here. So
Yeah.
if you need somebody to go on the hunt, you fucking let me know.
all right. Well,
Aren't you coming to support the old lady at Mammoth?
Not if my ass is still unemployed.
Oh,
that's good
right.
reason.
She fucking,
That's good reason.
Oh, that's the fucking death fucking race that she's.
That's the 30-mile sniper challenge thing that she's
Yeah.
going to do. Yeah.
God bless her.
Dude,
Yeah.
these
Nope.
these bitches. We're married to them crazy bitches.
Yeah, fuck. Because they were talking to us like, you guys want to do it? And we were like,
We both just giggled. We just looked at it.
No, I have a DD214 that says I never have to do that
what's
again.
really funny
same
so-
shit too. They asked us if we were going to go ruck train with them. And I was like,
Both Jess and I were like, we'll sit there and drink and laugh
I'll
and
sit on a
giggle
cooler.
while you guys
Can
are
we get
fucking
a,
doing
do you have
laps.
a golf cart or something I can follow?
Right, like-
yeah, I'll
Scott
do the
and I-
Mr. Miyagi and drive behind you and like just be like, you're doing great, babe.
Scott and I have talked about doing, because there's more than just Mammoth that does those style of matches.
Yeah.
And we talked about doing Competition Dynamics does some, where you got a rifle and a semi-auto, so pretty much a shooter and a spotter. Both have to engage. It's ruck run in between. You got pistol thrown in there, all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
And we thought, and some of them even throw in like fucking hardcore land nav, like 20 click
kinda
movements,
fucking-
all by yourself, like on your own. Fucking
Best Ranger light.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Scott and I were like, oh, that'd be so fucking dope, blah, 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 blah. And then we really were like, yeah, we're never going to fucking do that.
I'm not gonna lie though. Are you guys familiar with the tactical games,
Yeah.
which is essentially Spartan with shooting in the middle?
sure.
Yeah. No, they're dope.
That one, I'm kind of like, you might talk me into this.
Yeah.
Like this, I might go do.
I don't know, man. I'm more of a PRS kind of guy. Like, I'd rather fucking just
Just get the
scissor
gator, go to
rifle,
the next stage,
just
lay
kinda
down.
like, you know, walk up, stretch.
And I'm doing the mechanized version of this thing.
You got to do yoga to do PRS though. It's gotten so gamey. Like they try to put you in these, like you have to have 1 foot here and the other across that line. You can only use one bipod leg, and you have to be in a modified prone position. And when you get done with it, you're doing like the fucking downward dog with a leg up your buddy's ass, and you're like, "What the? You want me to shoot 800 yards now? Like,
How am I supposed to do that with a boner? This is not.
I watched one of those PRS competitions that was out of Kansas or something like that. And one of the stages, there was a tree that had been struck by lightning at some point. So it was just like this hardened fucking shell of a tree. And they're like, all right, you have to have 1 foot on this branch, 1 foot on this branch, and the rifle has to be resting on that branch. And it was in like all this shit. And it was like, you can't use bags. You can't use this, that, and the
Yeah.
other, like blah, 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 blah. So once you get up there and you're in position, at that point, it's only an 800-yard shot across the plains of Kansas with like 30-mile-an-hour winds. And I was like,
not only is it a
off.
crosswind, you have 4 different
Fuck all
wind
that.
direction changes in between.
The only tactical games I'm playing now is Call of Duty.
Yep, there you go.
That's about it.
I did a sniper comp this last weekend, bro. I killed 436 dudes.
Exactly.
actually, Call of Duty started that thing. They started that snipers only map or whatever. So it's all just long distance shots on the map.
I'd be the guy that just walks out there in the middle and dies 400 times.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you. This isn't how the real world works.
Yeah. Then some dude's like, whatever, boomer.
It'd be that motherfucker right there.
Jim, how was your weekend, pal?
Well, I spent most of it with you, pal. So
Yeah.
now, well, all of us. Actually, a buddy of ours opened up a new gym,
Yeah.
and we may have mentioned that last week.
Yeah, top tier
top tier
strongman.
strength and
Strength.
conditioning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
New
so
Braunfels, Texas. Check them out.
we did a little content for those guys. Everybody looked good in their string tank tops.
I
And
looked fat as fuck.
we oiled John up. It was fucking pretty erotic.
Yeah.
And
I was like the
That wasn't
problem
even for the
child.
pictures. That was just for fun.
That was just that's for the after.
Oh, you
shit.
guys weren't taking pictures? Oh, fuck.
Oh, I got pics.
there's plenty of pics.
You can go to onlyfans.com/chest-hair extraordinaire and find those.
So April 10th, they're going to be holding their first USS sanctioned strongman event. We'll have booths. We'll have vendors. We'll have.
How old do you have to be like in the? Do they have like a senior division?
They do. They have
We
a
were,
masters.
we're
What's the
actually
age?
talking
It's
about
a
bringing you
master's
guys out for
division.
that.
There's masters. Generally, masters
we'll
are 40 and
definitely
over.
be there.
40 and over?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, so you still got to go because that 24
I
year
know.
old that's
a
still
couple
fucking
more
in the
years.
prime of his life.
Scott, on the other hand.
No, I mean,
Yeah, do they have
you're
a
tall enough.
do they have a 2,000-year-old fucking division for Scott to participate in?
Hey, masters, it only makes it easier.
Yeah.
Fucking
Cool.
No, but
Shit.
yeah, April 10th. That event's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good
It's going to be
guy.
super good time.
how old was he? 2005.
2,657,
I had it right
I
here. I don't
think,
know
or something.
where it
It's
went.
on his card.
Yeah.
The cards, John and Reddit, yeah.
Somebody moved.
So, but yeah, no, that event's going to be good. We're trying to get the Warfighter boys to come out there so that,
we'll be there.
and of course, pre-show, I invited the lovely Mike Barker to come out there with Hero Sports. And,
Yeah,
be
we
part of it.
we had talked about inviting Mike out
well,
on
for sure.
Saturday.
Yeah, even when on Saturday we were talking about it, I was like,
Yeah.
we got to talk to Mike about getting Mike out there. So,
Yeah, we'll definitely
It's a
be there.
perfect
Convenient that
event
you're
for
here.
that kind of stuff, especially since we're
Yeah,
trying to
it's
really
perfect.
push the vet angle.
and
So,
it's
yeah.
it's vet owned, like the gym's vet owned.
Like my
so-
favorite part of that gym is there's a sign on they have a sign on the street and it says help keep 2 vets from being homeless.
Yes.
So
But no, great guys over there. We all went over there. Wife and I, we went over there, met up with you guys.
Yeah.
That was pretty much
three of us were there at lunch today. I don't know what the fuck happened to you, Mikey.
where
He's got a job.
Jim.
I was at work.
Yeah.
Sounds like an excuse.
Lunch, bro.
Yeah.
Sounds like an
Yeah, I'm gonna
excuse.
drive like an hour. I'm gonna drive an hour.
All right,
Like, hey,
45
guys,
minutes to get
tag,
there,
and then I'm
45
going home.
minutes to get back.
I mean, I just
So I
drove-
only need a lunch that's 30 minutes longer than I have
I just
just
drove
in the
an hour.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Barker drove an hour
I
to
just
come out here.
drove an hour to come see your ass.
Well, I mean, and I appreciate you,
Yeah. As soon
but
as
you're
they-
not you're showing up to drink and smoke cigars, not to show up and do one deadlift, turn around and go fucking home.
Yeah,
As
Mike,
soon as
work
they
up
sign
to
up
a one
on
round.
those, as soon as they sign up on those 3-hour lunches, you'll be good to hook.
Yeah, right. One of these days.
It was a hard sell when John said, "Hey man, why don't you come on the show tomorrow?" When we were out hunting, and
Yeah.
it's like, drink and smoke cigars. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Weird. Come in.
He's like, you guys are still doing that mediocre piece of shit.
The first thing he said, I'm like, hey, yeah, it was like, we're recording tomorrow night. If you want to come on, we haven't had you on in a while. He's like, you're still doing that fucking thing?
I was like,
All right,
oh.
so before we get to too much drinking, I think it is important that Mike tell everybody out there in podcast land where you can find
Yes.
Hero Sports before we forget about it. So
Yep. Hero Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, herosports.org. It's our website. And man,
So
we just got a lot of cool stuff.
How does Hero Sports operate? How does it put on all these tournaments and these events and these hunts and everything like that?
Yeah, we're 100% donated, fundraised based.
And
you
so
know?
you guys are 501c3,
Yeah,
right?
501c3 nonprofit organization. We don't have big like corporate sponsors or big corporate
Yeah.
donors or whatever. We just raise our own money and put it right back into programs for vets. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of what we do.
If people want to donate, where can they go to donate?
It's herosports.org /donate. Takes you right to our donation link on our page, and you can pretty much just sign up however you want to give. You can give $1 a month, or you can do a one-time donation, or
Nice.
you can.
Do you guys have like a program for like where it's like a monthly recurring?
Yeah.
donation, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You can pick how you want to give, basically.
And you
know?
guys do raffles and stuff on your Facebook too.
all
huh?
the fucking time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we do
My-
a lot of raffles and
They're pretty
My,
giveaways.
my free Whataburger for a year just ran out last month. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only way that we've really found to be able to raise the money that we want to be able to raise to give back to our community. So it's
During quarantine, man, you guys were doing like 3 raffles a fucking day too.
yeah.
Like-
I mean, guns. Obviously, everybody likes to have a gun.
Yeah,
So.
you got a lot of my fucking money during
I
quarantine.
know.
I know that.
I was like, okay, I'll sign up for that.
yeah, like fucking all the time. Like fuck.
Yeah. So
I probably donated $500 fucking dollars.
I'll let a little bit of the cat out of the
Didn't
bag
win
here.
shit.
Warfighter and Hero Sports might be working on something in the future, or working on something now for the future.
yeah, man. Teaming up.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
awesome.
we've done a bunch of
team,
stuff in
one
the
fight.
past. Yeah, we've done a bunch of stuff in the past too. I know Scott and myself 100% believe in everything that Hero Sports does, especially for, and it's not just a local community. They do stuff all across the country.
Yeah, I think that's something to point out is that this isn't a San Antonio charity. Like
No.
it's
No.
there are
Well, and now
they're
you
everywhere.
got your president Dave Susi out in Colorado now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
he
Dave's starting a new chapter out that way.
Yeah. We have one guy that we did a bowling league out in Colorado Springs. So we've already done some activities for some vets out there. But now that with Dave going out there, having a huge knowledge base of how to operate and what
Right.
we do, being in Denver, he's going to be able to grow a lot of stuff out there as well.
You guys have done stuff in Nebraska. You got a lot of boys in Nebraska listening to this.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Georgia, you guys had your big tournament out in Georgia a
yeah,
couple months
man,
ago.
from basically from Hawaii to New York to Miami and everywhere in between.
Yeah.
Don't forget Canada.
Yeah, we actually Justin Gagey donated some tickets and went and watched Cowboy Cerrone
Nice.
fight the UFC in Canada. So we've actually done
That's awesome.
Canadian
So they've
event.
gone
So.
international.
Sorry, your boy lost, man. By the way,
Yeah,
that was a rough one. We were all pulling for him. Dude.
yeah. We were actually in Columbus, Georgia. It was pouring down rain. We were underneath the Hero Sports canopy, and we had 50 people around a TV out at a softball field watching the fight. Man,
Yeah.
it was awesome. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Good fucking guy, man.
All I know is I'm still waiting on my flying chocolate jersey
For real.
that I won fucking 18 months ago.
I wanted that hat so bad.
yeah.
I want a shirt because I was willing to post a picture of him with a giant black dick. And I wanted
made.
you made it, and then you wouldn't post it, and I was like, "Carpe diem, baby," and I fucking put the shit
That
up.
meme
because,
was one of the best memes I've
then-
ever seen in my life.
And then I get a private message that was like, "Yeah, you won, man. You're like, you got the most votes. Pick the jersey you want." And I was like, "Oh, I want the flying chocolate jersey. Like, I want that freaking hyper color jersey." And Mike was like, "I got you, boo."
Yeah. No, we'll do it.
Year
We'll
and a
get
half later, I still don't have my damn jersey.
Well,
And I
you
hooked
know.
you up with my shoe plug and everything.
it. I
You
know, man.
fucking rat.
I'm I
You
like
fucking sneakerheads.
I like the
Yeah.
shoes, man.
They are.
It's got to be the shoes.
All I know is they just released those Jordan 4s and the fucking
Yeah.
Radar Red.
For
I'm
sure,
gonna have to
man.
Give me a pair.
Yeah, we were.
Mikey, you see they got different Texas Crocs?
They got new ones.
No, I'm just kidding. I had nothing else to talk about.
You've piqued my interest,
I know,
sir.
you're like, what?
No.
Yeah, they got Heelys, bro.
Dude, you know I'm fucking in.
You guys are talking about like $500 limited edition, pristine shoes. And
They're not even they're not even that they're expensive or even limited edition. They're limited run.
Yeah, the
Like
quantity is limited.
the
Yeah.
quantity's limited, but I buy all my stuff. Like I won't pay over retail. I'm not one of these guys that goes and does like the resell or anything like that. Like I'll pay retail for it,
It's a thing, though.
but I'm not paying over retail. But no, there was a pair that came out.
Yeah, but you'll be glad that those guys exist if you're ever in a fucking tight spot and you're like, gotta sell some shoes.
I do keep my shit clean.
Yeah.
No, there was a shoe that came out, and it was coming out like 2 days later, and I just happened to run into Barker.
Yeah.
And somehow found out that we were both sneaker people, and I was like, "Dude, my dude's holding me a pair. You want me to call him?"
Yeah.
And like I called him the day of, and I was like,
Yeah.
"You good?" And he was like, "I got you." And literally, he dropped me the cash right
Yeah.
there, and I got him to him. So
Yeah, that's the hard part is I wear a size 13, and
it's a
usually
rare size.
in a size run you get one size 13. You
Yeah.
know, so it's
But you get a chance with those odd sizes. Sometimes they don't sell them.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
got it. So,
they only make one size in 13 or one.
So like a retail store will get a size run, and most of them are like between like 9 and like 11. Like
Jess,
that's the bulk of it.
What size shoe do you have?
So I wear a 9.5.
Jet, what size shoe do you wear, Jen?
anywhere from 10.5 to 11.
Mikey?
11 and a half.
13.
I'm 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Well, listen here, you two big dick bastards.
there's a downfall.
I mean,
to that.
I wasn't
so,
gonna
like,
say nothing, but
I
I
was
mean,
waiting for it.
in the sneaker world, 9.5 is actually the most common size,
Which sucks
in
for
sneakers.
you.
Which sucks because
Yeah.
they're also the first ones that always sell because
Yeah.
everybody's walking in. Let me get a 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. But the place that I got mine from, I knew the dude, and I called him and I was like, "Dude, set the 13s aside."
Yeah.
So like, I literally showed up to pick up my pair. He brought the 13s out. I opened the box, took the picture, and sent it to Barker. And I was like, "I've got him." And he was
Sold.
like, "Done." So
Yeah.
I rang him out, and then I think you Venmoed me the money or
yeah.
whatever. But
Well, then when I used to collect shoes, like I had probably over 300 pairs. I would go to like sneaker shows and set up and buy, sell, trade, and all that kind of stuff. And when I started Hero Sports, I sold like 200 pairs of shoes, and that's really the initial investment that I made into starting the
That's commitment
organization.
right there.
So
He kept some bangers though. I've seen some of the ones that are still in his closet. Some of those are
yeah, man.
some of those are still hot. You've
Yeah.
got some Jordan 11s and stuff that are
Yeah.
friggin' sexy.
Yeah, I got the LeBron South Beach 9s and
Yeah.
like I kept
You've got some foam posits too that
Yeah, I
are
got
all
nothing.
creased up and shit. Like,
yeah, man.
I mean, I get it.
It's
I
like
get it,
anything.
but-
Do you remember
I
when
mean,
Uke was on the Red Sox?
But see, that's
And
the,
we'll have our own.
but that's the exact thing. Is like you two could go back and forth about like the Pats roster over the last 10 years.
Sure.
I can't. Like I don't pay attention to the NFL.
10
Like,
years. Fuck.
Yeah.
We-
That's not going to get us any money because I didn't collect like whatever the fuck. No, I
Yeah.
get like
we
like,
remember the
it's just a thing
Bledsoe
I'm
days,
into.
man, back when we sucked before we suck now.
Humilling days. Are
I
you
got a
kidding
signed
me?
football from Bledsoe.
Do you? Yeah. I bet that's worth about $30.
Nah, man, he's like,
Nice.
we can't go down that fucking rabbit hole.
You know who
This
you
is
know
not
who
a sports
wins.
show.
You know who wins in sneakers is your wife, your old lady, because she can wear fucking she can wear the kid size. So she gets like she gets
Now,
dope fucking shoes.
It has saved me some money.
Yeah.
Because I've been able to buy kids sizes.
And she gets the light up ones. Like
yeah, the kids get the
nobody,
raddest
nobody
fucking
makes light up shoes
No,
in
here's
size
the
13.
fucked
I
up
know,
thing.
right?
Here's
They're
the
fucked.
fucked up thing with Nike is Nike will release colorways in a sneaker. So the silhouette of the shoe is identical, like a Jordan silhouette in a kid size or an adult size. The silhouette of the shoe is identical,
Yeah.
but they will release colorways like just for kids.
Yep.
Like they're a limited colorway just for kids, and you can't get them. So I got my wife into sneakers too, but she can wear kid sizes. So,
So
like
she gets away with it. Yeah.
so she can get all these colors that you can't get if you're a 9.5 or a 13.
Yeah.
You're just fucked. You're just
Yeah.
not getting the shoes.
yeah, I mean, for what we're doing though, like, I mean, that shit's. But like Noble, the guys from Reebok.
Oh, I
who-
have my Metcons in my bag. Like I
all
did
that
lift in
stuff.
these.
And I wish
Like,
we were. I wish I would have been able to square you away with those Ada powers.
Yeah, those are nice.
But they
they're
just didn't. Fuck no.
little slow.
Yeah,
little
what
tight.
that one happened.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pissed
Yeah.
now because I was at the Reebok store
Kira.
like a year and a half ago.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
A year and a half, 2 years ago.
The cat just tried to make a
At the
bad
Reebok
decision.
outlet up in San Marcos. And I walked in there and randomly
season.
in my size, they had a set of the Reebok powerlifting
Yeah.
shoes. And I was like, but I was training for Spartan. I was only doing
Yeah.
Metcon training, stuff like that. And I was like, I don't really do like powerlifting. I don't really need these shoes.
Yeah.
But they were like $48.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
And they're normally like $300.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I should have just bought these fucking things and
Dude.
stuck them in the closet. Because now I'm training with Jim and the guys at Top Tier, and I'm like, I'm not heavy enough now to like justify them, but I'm gonna get
No,
there.
no,
and then it
that
would've
shit
been like-
doesn't matter,
It's,
man.
a-
Having
dude,
the
it's,
right.
it's about your ankle mobility. Like that's why I need lifters because my ankle mobility fucking sucks.
I got Ollie
You know what I
lifting
mean? Like-
shoes.
Yeah.
And they are literally the only thing that you should use those for is lifting on a platform.
yeah.
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 Don't try to do a workout where there's like a 100-meter run or
No.
anything else in
No.
them.
Well, but that's why
because
you're
you
gonna
will
destroy the
fucking kill yourself.
Well, because you have a fucking just hard plastic wedge
But
underneath
not
your
only
foot.
that, like normally with a regular shoe, like if you get the edge of it, like there's still a little bit of grip and traction. With those Ollie shoes,
Nothing.
you get the edge of it, it's like fucking, it's like wearing plastic
It's an
on
ice skate.
ice.
Yeah.
You're fucking gonna
Like,
kill
it's like you're
yourself.
wearing your sister's jellies back in the 80s and you're fucking
And they're
running on black
expensive
ice.
shit.
Because
we
the pair
must
I
have lived
bought,
two different lives.
I don't have a sister. I'm just assuming shit.
John does, and she's single and taking applications.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But it's like a 6-step approval process. There's a lot of people that care about her, and
Yep.
we're gonna make sure that you're not a fucking
Right.
douchebag.
Is
Like,
she still here?
the lifters that I
No,
bought?
she's back to Arizona?
I bought them at Goodwill. I found them at Goodwill. They were brand fucking new, still had tags on them, and they were like fucking $12.
They didn't know what they had.
Yeah, they were like Adidas
wish.
fucking lifters. But the problem is that they're like a half size too small. So I'm like, fuck, man.
Go on
So
a diet, bro.
I'm gonna keep my eye out.
It doesn't work for feet.
No, I'm gonna keep my eye out for a pair, especially from like Adidas, because Adidas
Yeah.
runs small.
that's what it is. Like, and
Like I'm
they're-
a 10.5 in Adidas. I'm a 9.5 in
Bro.
Nike. I'm a 10.5.
Well,
in
you
Adidas.
can probably get
might-
into mine.
You might fit mine.
Because, but like Adidas runs like a fucking
You can get into
almost
my
a
Adipowers.
full size small.
Yeah.
Like,
Try my other ones because
Yeah, I'll
I've
give it a
got
shot.
So I had the red 2012 Olympic ones that everybody loves having those.
See,
got
everybody's a
stolen.
little bit of a sneakerhead.
And then when I went to go get them again,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, $400."
Closet freaks.
Fuck
Depends
you!
on-
I'm
depends
not
on your
paying
sport, dude.
$400
Depends on your
just
sport.
to have the red ones. So I
Yeah.
do have another pair of red ones, but they're the wire ones.
Depending
They're
on
sort
what
of
you
gimmicky,
do.
but they're Reeboks. And they
oh,
work
like
great.
Footwear.
Raptor
They're
thing?
They work though. They fucking work.
No,
So-
I love those things on the back of like the trail shoes because you can just you fucking slide them on and you turn that Cobra lace and it just like Yink.
I wasn't a big believer,
They're
but a buddy of
dope.
mine's a pro
For
striker.
everybody
Great.
that
Uses
just
them.
for everybody that just zoned out for the past 15 minutes.
Yeah,
we were
sorry.
talking about shoes.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, somewhere you care about what you put on your feet.
Oh, for sure.
Whether it's if you ruck, whether it's working out, lifting, whether
Well,
it's a sneakerhead thing.
Veterans
whether it's a
understand
sport.
that better than most
Yeah.
too,
Oh,
man.
of
Like
course.
your
Sure.
feet are fucking important, dude.
Yeah.
Take it
So-
from a guy with straight up fucking grunt feet.
Me
My feet-
too.
My feet are terrible.
Mine are so
And
fucked.
regardless,
They're fucking
I'll put
regardless
my
of what
feet
you
up
have on your
against
feet,
all y'all's, okay? All y'all's.
regardless of what the fuck you putting on your feet out
You
there, we
already
can all
missing-
agree.
You missing toes too?
Change your fucking socks.
Well, even we were hunting. We were hunting this weekend, and I was like, "Hey, I'm breaking in these new boots for the dog and
Mikey
knife hunt."
got snake boots.
Yeah. Yeah,
We-
the waterproof up to the
They're
knee.
amazing, aren't
Oh,
they?
Yeah.
Aren't they fucking
Oh,
awesome?
they're
Remember the first
amazing.
time we had ours was the
see-
dog and knife hunt.
See, you're
Yeah.
doing it right. You're breaking them in now.
Yeah.
We went
Mikey
out
and
there
I-
fucking day one.
Yeah, putting them on.
Yeah,
Mikey's like, you
that's
too. I'm like,
not
yeah,
the
bro. And then we ran what, like 13
Dude,
miles.
I don't
that
know,
day.
bro.
So far.
My feet,
Perfect.
my feet weren't fucking sore
No,
though.
not
Like
at all.
those things
They're
were amazing,
warm and they're
dude.
fucking. They're well.
They
They're
were
well.
awesome.
All that stuff's.
Dude,
fucking,
They're
you spend enough
up
money.
to,
to
up to my knee and waterproof.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, my feet are wet. I'm like, mine are perfect.
Yep. Me and John were like, we're fucking good to go, bro. Like, yeah.
They're not the fucking jungles we got issued a million years ago.
No,
I mean,
for
fucking
sure.
no.
Fucking
No.
I wore,
All mesh.
I wore
All
those to go
mesh.
jump out of planes,
Like,
and it was
with
awesome.
those
Those had
super
fucking-
great drainage holes that were in the
But
side.
they
of
had
them.
like the inside of those, they had a metal fucking spike
Yeah.
Yep.
in the
Yeah.
middle of them. Right?
Yep.
So until them fucking things got broken in, your
were
feet were
awful.
just on fucking fire.
Oh, it hurt.
But as soon as
Dog
they
shit,
finally
yeah.
bent
Yeah.
just right, those bitches were fucking slippers.
It's funny.
man.
We're
Like,
down to Florida
whoa.
jumping out of planes, and you could tell the guys that were a little old school that were down there because they'd walk up and be like, "I like your boots." Like, thanks, bro. That green jungles.
Yeah.
Nobody's.
Fuck yeah.
I remember I had a fucking a pair of green jungles that I'd worn my entire time in the Marine Corps. Resurfaced, fucking. I've kept these things perfect, and then I got them. Finally, said, "All right, I need to resole them for like the third time," and that's right when the fucking army was like, "Oh, we're going to
Suede
the brown."
boots.
Yeah.
The brown.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah.
So I still got them, and they're put away. They're.
I'm not
fucking,
gonna lie.
You know, can't use
As
them for anything.
comfortable as the suede boots were, I did miss like your garrison setup where like you had the uniform that was all like fucking crisp and ironed and fucking
Yeah.
perfect, and then
It
your
built
polished out
discipline.
boots and
not
everything.
for
Yeah.
a second,
It
but anyway.
built-
Well,
Discipline.
I mean, we've talked about
Yeah.
this on
No,
the
and I
podcast
get that,
before.
yeah.
Well, because everything just looked like everybody was just wearing pajamas after that.
You
I
can
know
tell
you look like a
like-
bag of shit.
You
Yeah.
could tell who your shit bags and who were squared away
Yeah.
by
Just
the
by
way
their fucking
Yeah,
uniform.
by
Yeah, and then after that-
Monday morning the inspection came, it was like good to go, turd, good to go, turd. Like,
Then they
like,
switched
all
the
right.
uniform and it didn't matter because it was just like
Everybody looked like
turd,
shit.
turd.
Yeah.
Wash and wear. Wash and wear. Wash and wear.
that wash and wear was bullshit. 'cause
See, I can
If
imagine
you-
it was
if
harder
you-
for you guys because you
if
guys
you
had
never
berets.
wore the uniform,
Oh no, berets are easy.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you could tell who's a fucking shitbag and who can fucking wear
It doesn't matter.
But, like,
you
we-
can tell the dude who pays money to get their boots and a uniform done.
Yeah, yeah.
Because their beret is fucked.
but we would have like because we had our 8 points and like you could tell that was the only thing that you could still.
yeah, but you guys
starch
have that
and shit.
weird insert shit that you can put in there too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
fucking,
really
that's,
work,
That's
though.
fucking cheating. People fucking.
You could do that with a beret too, where you cut the cardboard. If you cut it right, yeah, you could cut. So they those fucking bullshit. Yes, but you had to cut it right, or you could just order it from fucking like.
Or you,
Oh no.
Or
A
you-
beret is
It's
a
just-
process.
or you can get on
sloppy.
Ranger Joe's and just order one that was
no.
preformed.
A
just looked
beret
like
is
a-
a process.
It just
A
looked like
beret's a
floppy
process.
cock,
It comes
man.
with like this half moon
Horrible.
cardboard in the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
that You got to trim all down, right? So just
You
your
cut it all
flash-
out.
Just
Just
cut it
perfect.
all out,
Yeah.
and then you got to shave the fuck out of
Yeah.
that
Shave
motherfucker.
And you got to
And then
shave
you
that
gotta
thing
get it
down
wet,
until
you
you
gotta
can
wear it.
see the circles of where
Yeah.
they wove the base down.
Yep.
So you shave all the felt off, and then you
got
want to
that
make
thing thin as fuck,
and you wanna
right?
make sure
and then
that
you get
you-
it super wet, and you just
Yep.
fucking stretch it.
Stretch it.
Like
And
mine
before
used
you
to
do
cover
it-
my eye.
Yeah, it has to
over
cover
my
most of
ear,
your- like
and
an
it-
eye patch.
my-
Can't see
the
this half.
flash.
You look like a
instead of
pirate.
the flash sticking straight up, it was like angled super
angled,
forward, and it just had. It looked like I was just thinking, "Fuck you." Like that's it, and that was it.
If you're
That's
gonna
all I
wear that
wanted
thing,
it.
it's just like wearing an 8-point. However, different guys wore it different. Or if you wore a fucking garrison cap with your fucking
This
Ranger
is
roll in it,
so gay.
no, because the fucking army said you guys are gonna wear this thing, and
We
like
had no
half the army
choice.
was like, I'm gonna look like a fucking pie chef, and the rest of us are like, well, I'm gonna look like I fucking.
I'm
know
gonna
what
look
the
like I'm gonna
look like I
fucking
know what I'm
rip
doing.
your head
And
up and spit down your throat.
And and it all stemmed because one fucking general
boloed out of Ranger School.
Yep,
Yeah.
he
Well,
lost.
it
That's
wasn't,
where it
in,
came
it wasn't
from.
in the
Yep.
82nd or whatever the fucking couldn't wear a
No,
beret.
homeboy, the guy that changed the uniform over to where everybody went to berets, he boloed out of Ranger School.
So Shinseki,
So
right?
he never got his.
General
Shinseki
Yeah.
had a fucking Ranger tab.
Yeah.
He never got
Look it up.
his.
He's got a Ranger tab.
He never got his black beret.
What?
So we switched it over to where the entire army was going to wear a black beret, so that we all looked
Trade
elite.
out guy. I don't know. Fuck
And-
that. Who knows?
Fucking Natick.
That's gay.
So gay. So gay.
But
and Rangers, you guys can wear a tan one now because you guys are still
Yeah,
Rangers.
they took
you
their
know?
black one.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
you know, I
because
talked to
well, the
Rangers
rest of
right
the
after
army
that shit
took it,
happened, and they were like, "Yeah, okay." Like, we don't give a fuck.
Tambury looks good on him.
they were like, I don't
Looks
care
good,
what
but
color
they
my
were
hat
all-
is.
They were all like,
They're like,
yeah, but especially the Bat Boys. They were
Yeah.
like, we still have the scroll. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck what headgear I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
put us all back.
You
want to
piss off a fucking guy from fucking
dude.
regiment? A guy who's attached to a Ranger regiment that's Ranger qualified wearing a fucking Ranger squirrel because they're authorized. It's like a
Okay,
combat patch.
so this
that will drive
picture-
people fucking batshit crazy.
this picture you just sent to this dude in the beret, his beret is fucked.
Let me see.
Look at his flash position.
But that's how you wear it.
That's
what it
I've
is.
seen
That
way worse.
far
than
over.
that.
That's the fuck
not-
That
you.
shit is at his temple.
Exactly.
There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that.
No.
See, I like this one. I like this one.
Which one?
This picture.
We're going with the pie chef. Let's see. Well,
Like, I don't understand any of this though because we're not fucking French in the Marine Corps.
That's actually true. The 82nd Airborne one on that is true as fuck.
Oh, fuck you. The goddamn fucking Force Recon guys in Vietnam, the fucking Marine Force Recon guys are bouncing around. There are guys with berets, like black berets because of the Riverine guys.
They must have murdered them or something.
Or they had they had camouflage ones, the crazy old school fucking camis. You'll see guys, Force Recon guys in like crazy looking berets. Yeah.
You should have seen the people.
And I'm sure it wasn't
at
an
the
official
hospitals.
headgear. Oh, I'm not
I'm
lying.
positive it wasn't an official headgear.
It was definitely not official, but they were wearing them.
Which, by the way, all that beret shit actually started with French tankers.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows
Yeah.
where the fuck that gay ass piece of headgear came from.
Still French.
It was actually tankers.
Well, being an army medical guy too, you go to the hospital and you see like some of the doctors and nurses like
Shit's just
fucking
sticking straight out.
sideways. It'd be like
Like a wing.
Like how does that work? like
How the fuck did you do that? What do you look like you're wearing a gnome hat?
yeah,
Well, it's
see
because
all
you'd,
kinds of stuff.
you'd fucking go out there to
Call
those.
Fox, David.
You'd go out to the medical centers and stuff, and it's a no hat, no salute area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, because you only put this on once.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
got it. Like, so, fucking joke. Mike, how was your weekend, buddy?
It was good, man. I took my 6-year-old on his first hunt on Saturday in the pouring rain.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah, that was good.
get
And
anything?
no, it was raining too much.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, I saw the
That's
layout, and
good
you were
time.
like, fucking hope he gets to shoot.
I
Like-
do, man. You know,
like-
he was pumped. You know, first time he was actually gonna be behind the trigger, and it was just raining so hard on Saturday. But
You
I
know what,
didn't.
though? That's a valuable lesson to teach a kid that
Yeah,
not every day is a fucking victory out in a hunting.
Right.
on a
Yeah.
hunt. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it-
Like that's a valuable lesson.
yeah. I didn't want to take away the excitement of not going just because it was raining.
Yeah.
You know, so we still went. We sat in the rain. We tried, but nothing was really moving. So then I was like, "What do you want to go tomorrow?" He's like, "I don't want to get up so early in the morning." And I was like, "John, what are you doing tomorrow?" And he's
Well,
like,
because I saw John Saturday and he was like, "No, I'm going axis hunting in the morning." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
all right."
you're like, what,
I'm like-
weird flex, bro.
I'm like, well, fuck me, right? I got it.
yeah. I mean, and literally, we
I got a
were
freezer too, motherfucker.
literally
I gotta eat. What the fuck?
we hit the feeder button to start the feeder, and literally
Yeah, I just watched the whole hunt. It
Three-
was 3 minutes long.
Three
three
minutes,
and a half minutes.
16
That motherfucker-
seconds.
They
Yeah.
gave me
Dude, the
they let me watch the
motherfuckers-
video of the entire hunt. I was like,
The best part about that, it was 16 seconds of the deer walking in, the axis deer walking in. And then it was 3 minutes of me waiting for the perfect shot.
and me saying, "Shoot that motherfucker! Shoot
And
that
I'm like,
motherfucker!"
hold on. Wait,
shoot
no,
it,
It's not
shoot
it.
it.
The shoulder's in the way. No,
No.
I don't want
sounds
that
more
one.
like murder than any kind of sport.
Yeah.
the best part is the first line Mikey says or Mike says because he comes over the fucking thing and you just hear in this fucking like porn voice. Just Mike goes, "Ooh, look at that one."
Yeah. So
They were sexy.
that's the thing, man. Like, because obviously I take a lot of veterans on hunting trips, and most of the time I'm the camera guy, sitting with the veteran, and I get more excited usually than the veteran does.
Sure, sure.
Like, oh man, take that one, man. Like,
Right? Like that one right there. That one.
I,
Go,
I
go,
want
go.
them. I want them to get the animal more than I want to shoot it myself. So
So
Now
I do have a good story.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because I want him to get a chance to talk about this because it's important and this is the reason we have guys like him on. You've talked to me before about kind of the downtime on these hunts and the
for
stuff
sure.
that happens and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
The
And
most cathartic.
out of the cool opportunities that you do that Hero Sports affords and all that kind of stuff, and they're awesome. The more important thing that happens on this stuff is kind of the in between the trigger time or
Yeah.
in between the rounds and all that kind of stuff. But there is a lot of just kind of the opportunity to get your mind right and be around people that
For sure.
kind of get it. And so I think it's important that you talk about that because that's the actual mission. The mission.
Just fucking burned him.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, the ashtray's in front of you, not on my elbow.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
But the mission isn't just to.
I burned his weenus.
Gonna need that later.
But the mission of Hero Sports isn't just to like take dudes hunting. It's beyond that. And so
Yeah.
you've told me the story before. I just think you should. I think it's important that our listeners hear what the
Yeah.
end goal is here.
Yeah, so you know, obviously the activities that we provide are an outlet for the service member or veteran to get out of the house. But actually, the event that we're putting on, the traveling to, the downtime, the time spent together, is really where the healing actually happens.
Yeah.
And you know, I had a veteran a week ago actually hit me up and was just like, "Hey, man, I'm struggling. You know, problems at home, arguing with the wife. You know, not really thinking about committing suicide, but I need some help. You know, and I don't know who else to talk to." And I was like, this was on a Friday. I was like, take Monday off, call in on Monday, and I will spend the whole day with you. And I literally picked him up in the morning. We drove out to Kerrville, took him out to a ranch. We did some weapons therapy, just shooting, target stuff, you know, just talking the whole time, letting him express, you know, the struggle that he's been having at home and just, you know, and the best part is I've fucked up a whole bunch in my life, you know, and I'm willing to share that with other people to help them. So I use a lot of my struggle and my past to help others. And, you know, so we're shooting, we're putting lead down range. And then I was like, all right, man, let's go. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, I was like, we're going to take you out and shoot an Axis. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, like we came out here to shoot, but you know, like, let's go shoot an animal. He's like, oh man, this is badass. And like, you immediately saw his face like light up, you know,
Yeah.
like have it on video, like, you know, just,
You want a testimonial real quick?
Yeah,
I
for
can,
sure.
I can give
Yeah.
you a testimonial because I saw it happen.
I was gonna.
And John was
it's
John.
the
You,
same, probably
John
the
was
same conversation you're about to have.
John
I
was
there.
with me. He was sitting next to me when we saw me and John both saw this happen.
Yep.
Actually, there was a guy at the dog and knife hunt last year who you could tell was fucking down,
Yeah.
heading down the wrong way. When we saw him in the morning of day one,
Oh yeah,
it was a different guy
it really was.
than fucking day two at night.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was a different dude. You know, it was just fucking like, we talk about the downtime.
Yeah.
That's really when I saw the change. It wasn't sure
There's it,
there
sitting
was
around the campfire.
there was crazy action during the day with that hunt. It was fucking unlike any hunt I've ever been on.
Yeah.
John and I were in fucking shock like, about how different it was. You know.
yeah, for sure.
But it was like for real. It was like we watched that kid, and it was the fucking younger dude.
Yeah,
The one
It's out in Houston.
Yeah.
He got out of the military. Works a 9 to 5 in a corporate office. Nobody's
Nobody
military. He goes,
understands
you can
him.
hear a pin drop. Nobody talks. My wife doesn't understand what I'm doing. You know, I don't have any close friends that
Yep.
can relate. You know, he went from going 100 miles an hour to fucking sitting at a stop sign and didn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, and this kid, you could tell he was thinking bad thoughts, and we took him out, and he got the first pig of the day, and he's the one that ended up getting two
Yeah.
because he's the one that came up to me later that night. He was like, "I feel bad, man. I
You're
feel
sorry,
like
bro. I took your
I
pig.
feel like I took your pig," and I was like, "No, dude, fucking no, you fucking that's awesome that you got two.
Right.
You know, I'm glad you had that opportunity because we sat there and watched that kid fucking come out of a shell
He did.
like that, like
Yeah.
it was just fucking.
And by
bam.
sitting around the campfire that second night,
Yeah.
it was a totally different person.
He's telling stories. He's laughing and joking with all of us, you know. And the morning before, that dude wasn't saying shit. He was just being quiet and fucking
Yeah.
awkward and was like fucking. You could tell he was out of his element. He had never done shit like this before. And by the end of that hunt, that was a different fucking kid. So like John and
I still talk to him every
yeah,
couple weeks.
occasionally.
Yeah,
like
for
and,
sure.
and on the way back, John and I actually talked about this on the drive back
Yeah.
from that hunt. We were like, dude, did you see that kid? And he was like, yeah. It was fucking crazy. And I was like, "See, there you go.
And then like the cool part is too is like everyone that goes on the hunting trip, like we put in a text message group. So like there'll be times where like we just somebody like puts a picture in that group, you know, from 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
You
say
know-
I talked to the guys that I've
Yeah.
gone on hunts with, and so actually that dog and knife hunt had that exact conversation right there. Is what made me about 3 days later call up Mike Barker and be like, hey,
How do I help?
how do I keep doing this? He's
Yeah.
like, oh, we just, every time we have a hunt, I'm like, no. I don't want to be the shooter. I want to be the guy that goes out there and sits around the campfire with the vets and sits in the blind with the guy that's the shooter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to pull the trigger anymore. I just want to be involved.
I fucking
I wanna
offered
make
this
that
to him.
change.
I've offered to come out and do that for him like 12 times, and the fucker never asks me. Like, I'm like, dude, I'll come out and help. Like, I'll come out, I'll fucking help guide. Like, I mean, shit.
I went down to, he called me up and he's like, hey, I can't make it. And then everybody else bailed. I need you to go down on this gator hunt. I'm like, okay, cool. No problem. He's like, there's going to be you and 10 veterans.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got this.
Well, I was there for like 30 minutes.
Dude, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
When we were down there,
Yeah.
the first night we were down there, we were drinking. The landowner had some pretty awesome, crazy little shotgun rounds. And he's like, I'm going to go shoot one of these off. I'm like, cool. I thought that maybe everybody saw this going down. So I got up, I walked over with the guy who walked into his little, actually he had a 10 by 20 Connex, which was his gun room. Fucking awesome. Walks in there, pulls out a shotgun, loads a 50 caliber incendiary round that is saboed into a 12 gauge slug.
Fuck.
Shoots it out of a
Yes.
shotgun in the air, and it's just this tumbling red fucking thing. that shotgun sound that went off caused this dude, probably mid 40s, to fucking dive under the table. This dude's fucking
Twitching.
did some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dove under the fucking table, straight up. The landowner's wife came over, fucking chewed his ass. I grabbed the dude. We went fucking, I don't know, 15, 20-minute walk, talked it out, fucking everything like that. The next day, the guy came up to me and he's like, well, mind you, he got shit-faced that night and puked and we had to carry him back to the house. But it was in around a good group of people.
Even better.
It's a very safe area. So the next morning, he pulled me aside. And he's like, hey, man, he's like, thank you so much for doing that for me last night. He's like, I'm sorry that, that happened. I'm sorry that I reacted. I'm like, dude, that wasn't your fault. Like, that wasn't something that you controlled.
Dude, hypervigilance is a natural
Yeah.
occurrence, bro. And,
It's like,
and
I'm-
people with our experience.
But I told him, I'm like, I'm just happy that happened with the people that it happened around.
Yeah.
And he's like, me too.
Yeah. And there's those group events and stuff like that, but I'll throw a testimonial out there too, because I had a buddy of mine that I was chatting with him. He called me and he's literally crying on the other end because he's like, I've got this friend, she's a veteran or active component down in Hawaii, and she's literally like saying her goodbyes to everybody because she's ready to check out. And I literally texted Barker and was like,
Who do
hey
you got
man,
in Hawaii?
you got boys in Hawaii? And I like explained the information on a text. Literally, and this was at like 10:30, 10:45 at night. Barker texted me back and was like, give me the guy's number. I'll get this taken care of. I gave the guy's number. I'm on the phone with him and he's like, my phone's beeping. And I was like, it's probably Barker. Take it. And I mean, it was that kind of response. Like the boys at Heroes are, it's the events and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if it needs to be the one-on-one,
For sure.
if it needs to be the hands-on, there's no event, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
They've got it too. Like, you guys do good work over there, man. I've seen it in action, and you're
Yeah, well, and, the activities are just a way to bring people together. It's the work beyond the activity.
It's-
where we, keep people engaged. We have people constantly checking in. We have enough events all the time where you're, eligible to come out for other things because it's not just hunting and it's not just softball and it's not.
And it's
you
not
know.
just a one-time thing. It's not just
Yeah.
like you go on this one event and then like, oh, that was awesome. Hero Sports hooked it up. Thanks.
well.
That's
It's
great.
about building you a network.
That's
it's about
right. That's
introducing
all
you to
it-
guys that get it.
That is
Like,
what it's all about.
It's just an avenue to introduce you to the guys that they're
Well, I
gonna
mean,
get it. It gives you a network that you didn't have before.
Here's a good example: Big Dick Dirks.
Big Dick Dirks.
Yeah,
You know, that
Mike
big-
and I met him on the fucking dog and knife hunt.
Yeah.
Now look at him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
been on a fucking podcast.
He's been on the show. He's fucking had a Sono shit story. He's told us
Yeah.
fucking that I got to represent him in. Fucking he ran the fucking the bike rally, the
Yeah.
bike run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you guys. I mean, like you build that network with these individuals who come out and you make an impression on them. You
Yeah.
know, and Dirks is a perfect example of that.
Essentially what it is. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys.
Well, and the guy that I took,
Well, you pulled that string.
the guy that I told to take off work on Monday, took him on took him shooting, took him hunting, literally texted me the next week and said, I finally sat down with my wife. We talked about things, and she's finally getting a grasp on what's going on with me. And just
See,
spending,
that's what it's all about.
just spending that day with him and, sharing, struggles that I've had, because, obviously we probably do 200 events a year, and, 25 to 30 of them are
That's my
traveling.
bottle.
traveling across the country, so it puts a big strain on my home life as
Yeah.
well. We have 3 boys, 9, 6, and 3, so my wife takes up the huge burden of me being gone a lot during the year. And,
There's been some hunts where
it just,
I've been on them, and Mike's supposed to show up. And the next morning, after we're all out there, we're all doing our thing. The next morning, I text Mike, "Hey, Mike, hey man, you coming out?" He's like, "No, the boss said
Nobody
no."
grabbed
Yeah. Yeah.
And I get it.
yeah, I mean,
know?
Well, like there was one where it was like your old lady's birthday.
yeah.
And you
sure.
were like, yeah, I'm not fucking going,
No,
guys.
man.
He was moving.
Anybody
one
watching this
time.
video
Yeah.
and seeing Mike,
Yeah.
believe it or not, his wife is a fucking smoke show. So, trust me, none of us understand
Jazz
it
was
either.
never seen
but
again.
My nickname is Bill Cosby. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying.
He's a big fan. He's a big fan of Jello. Get your minds out of the gutter. God.
I do have a medical background. I mean, I'm just
no, but on top of that, she's also fucking super sweet
Oh,
and is
yeah.
fucking one of the nicest
I would
women
like
you'll
to
ever
talk
meet.
to you about your butthole.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, and that's what we do in a nutshell, man. I mean, we constantly check in on people. It's not just a one and done, and we're getting bigger and crazier, and
Right.
it's just
So herosports.org, Hero Sports on all of the social media,
Yep.
for sure.
and go check these guys out and fucking
Yeah.
see what you can do for them. And hell, if you're like into a big sport thing or like have the availability or whatever, fucking reach out. It doesn't have to be a cash give. Like,
For
if you have an event you can run or you can set it up or whatever, you can turn it into a Hero Sports
Yeah,
event and all that kind of
if
stuff.
there's
Like,
any way to help support,
What's that Amazon
network.
Smile?
Amazon Smile, we're on that
Yeah.
as well. So you can just
They're
click Hero Sports
everywhere.
as your charity.
Yep.
yeah.
and-
So like, if you don't want to throw cash at them,
fucking
but
Facebook, you could do like a Facebook for your birthday.
Yeah,
You can
for
do
your-
that
yeah,
thing.
all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So
all kinds of
you
stuff.
know,
I think I've done that for you
Yeah.
a couple years.
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, and
So-
like you said, Nebraska, we have a guy in Omaha.
Yeah.
We have a guy in North Platte.
Yeah.
So we're doing
you have Yeti cups now.
Yeah, man, we got the Yeti Cups deal. I mean, we're just.
How the fuck do I get one of those?
Oh man, I know a guy.
First of all, that's Arctic.
Arctic
That's
cart. Yeah, Arctic
Man,
Cup.
that's
Whatever, they're all the
that's-
fucking
better.
same.
You give me that fucking bunk one, man. I got that off-brand. I got that off-brand bullshit.
Donate for cups, man. Do some shit for a cup.
Yeah, fucking, I love those things.
Yeah. No,
But,
you guys got the Hero Sports Outdoors one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have shit.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a jersey.
You know what?
but-
Well, I'm gonna make that happen.
He's got to find the chocolate jersey, man. Them shits are hard to come by. now.
Yeah, he's looking there, he's going like, "Oh fuck, do we still have those files?" That's just old as
Yeah,
shit.
we do, man. Like any shirt that we've ever done, like we can still do it, man. So it's pretty cool.
Fucking A.
Touching back on the stuff that Warfighter and Hero Sports are going to be doing in the future, Mike sent me a mock-up of an entire apparel line with joint
Oh,
branded.
they don't go slow because
The-
he sent me a couple of like
but the joint
the
branded
whole
ones,
layout.
and I was just like, even if we like, for some reason, if this doesn't happen, I want all.
I still
of
want the
this.
shirt.
I want
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of this. But no, we got some stuff. We got some stuff in the works with Hero Sports. We are in the process of trying to figure out a way to get to Nicaragua. Which actually, while we were hunting, Mike's like, "Hey, I know a guy that has a private jet." And I'm like, "That might work because there's no fucking flights
there's
going
no
to
flights,
Nicaragua
yeah.
right now."
No.
By the way, if you can fly to anywhere in the Caribbean or to South America on a private jet, 100% go that route. I got to fly to the DR one time.
You know how much fucking cocaine you can bring home?
What the fuck?
You can also
redacted.
well, there's also dope things you can do. Like you can fly to Nicaragua on the private
He's talking
jet.
about dope things.
Because when you're on the private jet, you can go to like the Dominican Republic, and then you can like hop over to Cuba because Cuba doesn't stamp your passport, and then like go back to the DR, and then fly to the
Jesus
U.S. and then never
I
went
would
to Cuba.
suggest though, because I've done the private jet down to South America and Central America.
It's a
Make
way to
sure it's
go.
a non-governmental private
Yeah,
jet.
don't do that.
I've done it on the yeah.
Do you think I'm going to get on a governmental airplane?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of fun. I thought this was gonna be the greatest thing ever. Like we look like
Yeah.
badasses now. It
No,
sucked. It was like fucking like this.
Did
There was
you
no
have a-
stewardess suits? No.
Did you have a red passport or?
Oh, I had to get out of jail. Fucking
yeah, the
free
red
card and
passport.
everything. Yeah, it was fucking-
red passport's a way to fucking fly right there, baby.
Yeah, but if you're not
I
on
had,
the
I had a
fucking,
black passport for a while.
That's contractor bullshit.
That's the fucking. That's that
Yeah.
fancy shit.
that's the
You just-
fucking hold
you-
harmless.
You
fucking,
just hold it
yeah.
up, and they're like, "Right this
Yep.
way, sir."
Yeah, the political immunity one though. The fucking red
The
one.
red one, the diplomatic.
They don't
one?
even
Yeah.
check it.
Yeah,
No, I know.
but for
Like, you
yours,
literally can
it's-
just-
I
you
can
go to pull
basically
it out,
do
and they're
whatever
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've had a red one. I had a red one when I was active duty, and then
The red ones are checked.
the red one's the sexy until I got the black one. It's the
And you're
black
like, yeah.
one. they're
Oh,
like-
When you're
this is
I
how
tried to
they're
retire
like-
with my red one. All right, man. So
they're like-
they,
they're like- they
they
look at the black
snatch
one, they're
that
like-
shit. They
Oh.
snatch that shit quick.
they're like,
that was the first thing they asked. Like,
This guy's coming here to
we'll
murder
give you
people.
W retirement. Give me my fucking.
Yeah.
Give me my red fucking piece of paper. Like,
Those
God damn it.
motherfuckers, they almost
No, they-
forgot to take my active cat card, but they sure as fuck took my red passport. So
absolutely.
like that
Oh,
shit
they snatched
disappeared.
that
That,
shit.
that's
Hurry.
literally
Yeah.
on the top of the fucking like
Yeah.
retirement. Like fuck.
So speaking of sports and stuff like that, there are Star Wars fans here. There are bodybuilder fans here, and let's face it, he's a fucking icon of pop culture. The man that was in the suit for Darth Vader,
Oh,
Prowse
yeah.
himself, fucking passed away a
COVID.
couple
Yeah.
days ago. So
is that what got him?
And that's what they're saying, man. I don't know.
well, I mean,
He got into a car accident. It was COVID.
it wasn't exactly young either.
He was an
Yeah,
old,
he was.
he was old for the Darth Vader. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he
wasn't a
was
spring chicken
he was
then.
in his. I think he was 51 when
mean,
he played Vader.
Now,
So
now, I'm not a huge Star Wars.
yeah, but you
nerd.
know who Darth Vader is.
I do, but he never really moved fast in any of the movies.
No. Well, that had a lot to do with the costume.
Dude, walk slow, carry a big
Suit
stick.
was
man.
fucking
That's
sick.
right.
Well, he also had
saying.
massive
Hey,
knee
we wear
problems.
size 13, bro. We know.
Yeah. He also had like massive knee problems and stuff like that when he
Big
was doing
dick
it.
bastards. Jesus.
But yeah, Prowse, who was a champion bodybuilder and all that kind of stuff
I mean,
back in his day. And
back in the 50s, the guy looked at he was a big bodied dude, so it was they needed somebody to kind of fill the suit.
but
and
he passed away.
everything was
so
filmed in England, so that's where
I would like to raise my glass to fucking Vader's finally passed on, and not the
Yeah,
voice,
I'll
but
get
the
you.
actual body.
So does Luke know who his father is now? Or
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, it's Anakin, bitch. Jesus.
no, he is Anakin. You're not.
They
a
actually-
nerd.
Luke. He said, "Does Luke know
Oh,
who his
Luke's-
father
yeah,
is?"
it's Anakin.
It's Anakin.
They actually did Prowse dirty because that scene where they take
I'm
the
starting to
mask
worry
off
about
of Vader.
Yeah.
They brought in another actor to do
Yeah.
that, so Prowse didn't
Have you
even
ever
get to
seen
be
that-
in the movie.
have you ever seen
where
that
they
documentary?
recreated the scene
Fucking
for him?
dick
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, it was a dick move.
And then fucking George Lucas wouldn't let them fucking show the scene that they fucking shot for that doc. So like it still never got to be seen. They
No.
they reshot it.
they
and there's
reshot
footage
it
there somewhere.
for him,
So
and it
is this-
exists. But
So, Dave and I were talking earlier today about all these Johnny Cash songs that got released after he passed away.
He's like the Tupac of fucking.
But are they going to do that with Star Wars now? What do you think?
well,
do you
no, because now Disney owns it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's over.
And everything they
Like,
touch, fucking well, except for the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's solid.
is killing
That's
it.
pretty
yeah,
good.
dude. I just
So-
I caught up. It's
Me
fucking
too. I
dope,
just got
dude.
caught up too.
It's
I was
fucking
fuck yeah.
dope.
He has a name.
Way more Gina Carano.
It's baby
That's what we
Yoda.
need. Way more
Dude,
Gina
she's
Carano.
a fuck. Dude, she's looking big right
Dude.
now.
She looks a little.
This season two,
big.
she's looking a little thick. I'm like,
I'm not mad at it.
yeah, no, but not.
Haley even called me on it, dude. I was like watching it. I was like,
Yeah,
and she
but
was like, oh, you fucking like that, huh? And I was like,
yeah, but not thick and like she's hit the gym. Thick and like COVID wasn't nice.
Amen.
Like,
thick with 2 C's.
yeah, she's looking. She's looking a little.
I let her ball me the fuck up, okay?
Yeah,
man?
No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If she ever was like, want to roll? I'd be like, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
Hurt me just
Yeah.
a little bit though.
Yeah. Throw me in that honeymooner, girl.
Fucking flick you in the forehead.
Oh,
Like, fuck
God.
off,
I'd
asshole.
be all right with it. Be all right with it. I'd be like, just let me smell you. It'd be all right.
Pin me.
Let me call my buddy. He says he's a good Bill Cosby.
But I want to drag my balls through a mile of broken glass just so I can smell where you stood 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Kamala, how good does this one smell? Cubs win.
Caitlin, my wife done got me fucked up because she told me that I want to go to Star Wars Celebration next year in May.
Yeah.
And she told me if we go, she wants to go as fucking Gina Carano's character from The Mandalorian.
Fucking
Like she
A.
wants the full costume and shit. I was like,
You have a dire hair.
I was like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna make it through fucking Star Wars Celebration. There's no fucking way. You're coming out of the hotel
We're not
bathroom.
leaving that hotel room.
She's wearing a lot of clothes though. It's kind of a fucking armor. Fucking. She's got like a plate looking thing.
There's
My
ways.
knife will cut through spandex in a hurry.
There's ways. Trust me.
They're like,
There's
trust me, I
ways.
can get the job done. She never has to take any of that shit off.
yeah.
It's weird. I never heard it called a knife before.
You've never seen one this sharp.
small, but it's cute.
It's not small, it's just thin.
I got a thick neck.
Dude, a Tic Tac going 60 miles an hour still
Fuck a
fuck
bitch
you
up.
up.
That's right. That's right. That is a Mike Fahey quote.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Wisest man I know.
My famous one is that might not have
That's
a big dick. But I
upsetting.
got 240 pounds of thrust behind it.
Everybody Everybody's like, "Oh, it's not the size." You're damn right, it's not the size it counts. Because that Tic Tac shot out of a fucking bullet, fuck you up.
It's fucking all that was, you know.
He's not
hanging out
big
with a
enough.
bunch of Irishmen
Maybe
dude
you're
from
just too
Boston.
loose. You ever think about that?
You don't think-
Try
don't-
tightening that
Small,
shit
but
up a
it's
little
cute.
bit.
It's not my fault. You don't know what a fucking kegel is.
You don't think potatoes hurt? You ever get shot with one out of a potato cannon?
Just because you can disappear a Coke bottle doesn't mean I have a small dick.
Yeah. Speaking of potato dicks, your partner, that one of your co-founders, is Captain Potato Dick himself, and a co-owner of Warfighter Tobacco, Mr. Rocco Vargas.
Yeah,
man. To bring that back full circle,
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
that's an old school joke.
I know. I was like, where's he going?
Nobody,
Oh, yeah.
nobody's brought up potato dick in a long time. I wish
it's
Vince
been
was here.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That fool, man. When he comes to town, man, it's like literally trying to.
It's pulling teeth.
It's like wrestling a bear to try to get that guy.
So Vincent Rocco Vargas is co-founder of Hero Sports. He's also a partner in Warfighter.
Yep.
Mike and I fight, not with each other, with Vince, trying to get him to go to one or the other, or both,
Yeah.
but either fucking way.
yeah, I
Just need
think
to both fucking come here and it just be like, get over here.
Last time Scott went and picked him up. He's like, I'm coming to kidnap you right fucking now.
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, no, there's no excuse. Because he was like, oh, I don't have a ride. Scott's like, I got you. I'll come pick you up right now. I'm on the way.
I have a car, dude.
Yeah. Well, and like we do a founders softball game every year, the day before Thanksgiving, which we just did last week, and he wasn't able to make it this year.
Well,
so
he was adding to his soccer team.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's true too. But
You had another kid?
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn.
It's like number 14 or something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But I mean, literally, while he was
Setting up
here
franchises.
the month before, I think he literally came by my house, sat on the couch for 45 minutes, was like, "All right, we got to go."
That's
like-
what he did when he came here.
I was
too.
like,
yeah.
"Oh,
What
okay."
what
cool,
I
man.
think he's trying to do is that so at one of the Founders Day softball tournaments, one softball team is just his family.
Right?
that could be.
With
It's
a bench.
everybody else versus me.
The Vargas. Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, we've done 2 of them so far, and I haven't won one. So,
What the fuck?
just luck of the draw. So, like, what we do is we just put everybody's name in a hat and pull the names for each team, and that's who your team is. So it's total.
I'm glad
random.
you guys do it like that instead of picking teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
Yeah.
it suck because one's gonna get fucking romped.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no, because like the whole thing about Hero Sports is like inclusion and making everybody.
Plus, that's
Somebody's
the
got to
other
get
thing,
picked
And-
last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're like, if you're
like,
the last one
add to my
picked on that one,
PTSD
you
by
guys-
being fucking
if
picked
you guys
last.
yeah,
ever
right.
do
But
that-
if you're doing it as on a drawing level, that's
Like,
yeah.
If you
If
guys
you ever
do
want to
the
go to
pick-
that model, Mike, I'll show up and you can just pick me last.
That's what I was gonna
Like,
say.
It's fine.
Yeah, you
'Cause
got-
I don't
you
give a
got 3
fuck.
people right
yeah,
here
we'll
that
just
are the
show up and be
last
like,
3.
Pick me last. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so we do it that way. It's
Yeah, right,
fun.
John. They're gonna look at your big ass and be like, "Take that one first,"
No, I'm like, no, I'm last.
and then they'll be like,
Yeah, man. With him though, a couple
he's
of
fucking-
months though, that fucking torso is gonna be a bit different.
"He's got
torso, man.
speed, dude."
Quebec.
Faster than you think.
Yeah, I know. You got speed.
That's what I'm saying.
you know,
well,
you guys doubt me.
no, you did great today.
I'm just fat
You did great
for a
today.
quick guy.
Oh, brother, yeah, that's me. Like I can move for my size. I can get up
Yeah.
and move
Yeah,
if
not
I want
anymore.
to. I'm like
That's
the fucking.
it.
I'm like that the fucking king of the jungle, like the fucking male lion that just sits there until it's
Until he
time
has
to
to
fuck.
go, yeah.
And
You know
then
that-
once he goes,
that
he
Mikey's,
fucking rips everybody
Mikey's
apart.
super fast for 25 meters.
I'm like that drag
Yeah,
race.
for about 25.
for about 25
Yep.
meters.
Yeah.
You ain't
The knees
outrunning his
go,
ass.
Yep.
The fucking
But if you
cardio
can,
goes.
If you can outrun him for 25 meters,
Yep.
You guys heard of 1320 videos, right? The car videos.
yeah, the car
I'm like the
park, yeah.
farm truck. You look at me and you're like, oh, look at that fucking thing, and you're like, God damn,
That bitch stands up.
that's
and
a quarter mile. That's all I got.
that's like when fucking Scott was like, no, look, we'll fucking go do this challenge or whatever, and I'm gonna fucking take a sniper rifle. And I was like, cool, but we're gonna start at the same start line, and if you can make it 100 meters without me shooting you,
Right?
then cool, you can go set up your hide. But you got to make it that first 100 meters. So like,
Yeah,
I
well,
run your ass down and barrel tap you, and you're off the field anyways.
yeah. Another cool thing that we did too, though, was Scott's son. We took Scott's,
yeah.
Scott's
Yeah.
son on
he
a
got
father.
So a whole bunch of
father-son
firsts.
hunt?
He got his
So I
first.
get down to Texas, and I got my first Texas hog. I
What
got
was her name?
Judy.
Old big booty Judy.
I got Mike on that one.
Notice how he
I
said
got Mike
first.
on that one. Yeah.
Notice how he said first.
Yeah,
right?
my
And
first name.
Texas hog.
What is last?
my first Texas hog. It was very specific
Texas.
why I said that.
Right, right.
We were all enlisted. Well, not you. So the rest of
He
us
was
that were
enlisted at one
enlisted,
point.
This motherfucker right fucking.
we've all gone hog calling at some point.
Look, motherfuckers. Okay, my wife is never gonna listen to this. I get numbers that will fucking blow your mind out. 8 or 80, crippled or crazy. They can't walk. Drag them. I've done horrendous, horrible shit.
That's not hog calling.
Shit that's gonna be redacted. You'll never know.
Let me just say, this
Bad
man,
shit,
this man
guy.
was an enlisted Marine. I'll co-sign this without even fucking ever being around him.
Plus, I'm from Massachusetts. Plus, I went to an all-boys Catholic high school. Plus, I went to a fucking the oldest private military school in the
We are
country.
fucking
don't know.
savages.
I don't know if the
Hold on.
all boys
Time
Catholic
out.
school is where you
Time
wanted
out.
to throw that one
Time
in.
out.
Well,
Time out.
yeah, it
Time
means
out.
we don't have
Time-
standards.
Everybody, time out. Jim and I went to the same all boys Catholic school,
Sort of.
Wow.
just different locations. There's 2 locations
Oh,
in
I
Mass.
was
He
like-
went to one, I
See?
went to the other.
Oh.
This
Like-
is why they know to start in the shower.
Been there, done that, huh?
And John's always got off a fucking goddamn fucking the snow. So it'll be like, St. John Shrewsbury off. Like, motherfucker, what the fuck?
See, he still hates me.
I fucking hate it.
But no,
I
so-
didn't want to go to school.
Mine
Sucked.
is Mikey backs him because of the Marine Corps enlisted thing. I'll back him because of everything else.
So look, no, but and I'm not defending this. If we've got any Norwich grads, they'll just chime up and say, yeah,
What-
that
what-
kid's fucking a
Cook.
horrible human being. Yeah. Oh, dude.
one of my fucking one of the guys
fucking
that
Cook
Scott
ran
and I
fucking
platooned.
shotgun in half those fucking missions, man. Ranger fucking Cook. Yeah, he'll be like, yeah, that kid's fucking awful.
So this is how small the world is.
Well,
Scott-
at least we got to spin him up at least once on this.
Right.
episode.
Right?
Well-
we gotta spend. We
no, you gotta pull the string at
You gotta get
some
him going
point.
at one time. Yeah.
No, Scott and I moved down here. We meet Jim. Jim and I realized that we know some similar people, grew up in similar areas, stuff like that. Fast forward probably a year later, we started talking. Jim went to Norwich. One of the guys that was in our Scott and I's platoon went to Norwich the same fucking time, and Jim and him used to hang out and get fucked up all the time.
That's hilarious.
And I was just
Like,
so.
so then I'm like, so what did
hold
you
on,
do in the
hold
army?
on.
And he's like, he was in Ranger Regiment. I would like fucking hit the floor because Cook was not like
Yeah.
that guy at all.
Cook holds a record in Savannah, Georgia, and 3 punches,
Hold
3
on,
knockouts.
hold on. This sounds like Jim might have a Patreon story that we might need to record. Because some of those rowdy ones, the Patreon supporters need that kind of
That's
stuff.
true. That's true. Well, fuck, boys.
Fuck boys.
I think.
Fuck, we cranked this one out for a little while now.
Yeah, we did. What we learned today, Jazz?
We've learned that we love fucking good dudes.
Yeah, we
love
do.
fucking good.
I know you
And
do.
Mike's a fucking good dude.
Comma.
No, there's no comma.
There's no comment.
Comma, you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, it depends on where you put the comma.
Open to interpretation. Just spit on it first.
That if
The comma.
if you want to do good things for good fucking dudes, herosports.org. Go check them out.
Please.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff. We learned that anytime Jen's around, you got to pull the string at least once.
You got it's
It's
a
so much
rule.
fun.
It's a fucking rule.
Seance, motherfucker.
Like, share, subscribe, smash all those buttons and whatnot. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your mom's friends.
Yeah,
There.
that too.
There it is. John. It's just he's still looking for that ass scarf.
I do. I need to find one that I can wear. Like
So,
a scarf.
by the way, I came up with an idea for a new pair of leggings.
Okay.
Yeah, that just says face mask on it.
I fucking love it.
I figured, for probably the
women.
next
Yeah.
year,
Well,
whatever your flavor is.
yeah, we don't discriminate. It's 2020, bro.
We don't kink shame on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
got a
need-
little pocket for your balls. Or you,
If you need to have your leg in a bear trap and get punched in the face to come, that's on you. Like, cool.
Yeah, there you
We're
go.
Okay with it.
yeah, man, no king shaming.
We don't kink shame.
So,
yeah,
just
so
three
tell all
things.
those people.
There's 3 things that we highly, highly encourage you guys to do, and I think you know them.
Yeah.
And that is to smoke on.
The second one would be to drink on.
And god damn it, boys.
Freedom
to fuck on.
You goddamn right. Have a good one. Cheers.
Arrow. Yep.
Gotcha.
And I guess thanks for being my freedom friend. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we forgot about that part.